Well, I don't think I got the start there right, but I think we're on live.
Yeah, yeah, you do. You don't have the
Yeah,
music there, but that's okay.
I missed that. I don't know where the heck. I don't know where it is, but
That's all
must
right.
be under. Oh, it's under video clip. So here, let me do that real quick.
No, we're good. Don't worry
All
about it.
right, all
Everyone's
right.
probably joined us by now anyway.
Okay, so we're on live. Uh, let's go to the bottom three. Okay, so I guess hello everybody. Here I am trying to figure this out again. You know, when you only do it about once every 3-4 weeks, you kind of forget what's going on, especially when you're 74 years old. So anyway, but we'll do a good job today. We have a good day here at Keenland. I guess it's the closing day, and
It's the closing day, yeah, and
yeah,
it rained all last night, so
wow.
it's a little wet out there.
All right, and I guess we got a special edition today. We're going to do the pick six since it's a last day and it'll be a carryover. That'll be in addition to our regular bets. And pick six starts in the fifth race. And then, anyway, if you want to get going here, let me get this up to up to us here, and we can get up here to this first race. And here we go. And if you want to, did you want to go ahead and let's see? I guess I got to get to the picks, don't I?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah,
You
that
gotta,
that
you
would
gotta
make it that would make
get
it
on the
best.
first race there. There you go. All right, first race here at Keeneland, closing day. Guaranteed pick six payout. We got first race. We have a mile 16th, 75,000 claiming. Purse is 68,000 for Phillies 3-year-olds. What we got there, and what we have here in our simulation charts here, it looks like we have the four that has a 68% chance of taking that lead at by the quarter pole. With that seven being scratched, I think it's pretty much that horse's race to run and got to go and catch her. Simulation odds, it looks like the two has a little bit of an overlay. We have a 6-1 morning, 6-1 odds. The morning line is 10-1. And then we have that five, just under even money. And the morning line is 3-1 on that one. So that's another nice overlay.
All right, and I'm going to go and try to do the other part of this that we try to do. So let me get up here to here, get that up there. As you can see, the 3, 5, and 6 are the speedsters in here, and then the PC horse is the 4, and then you've got the 1 and the 2 as the closers. If you look at here, you'll see that the 4 indeed and the 6 are the early pace setters. Then at the next thing, we've got the 5, 2, and 3. So that 2's up there, maybe a left arrow horse. I think that's what he calls it. And then we have, in the last thing here, we've got the 4 that seems to be coming from just off the pace to catch the 5 and the 6. So after doing that, I guess we'll go ahead and talk about our picks. If you want to go ahead, Charles, and
Okay.
give us what you think.
Well, okay. The 3 is my top choice here, and this horse drops in class today. This horse has speed, as we have shown on there, has at least some speed. Should be able to keep up at least. Back on dirt today, Todd gets 31% first after the claim, and Irad is aboard. The 6 horse is my second choice here today. This horse has speed. I think this one will be pushing that 4 a lot. Um, One last time out. This horse is going longer today. Trainer gets 24% when he gives him a 46 plus days rest. And that's what we have. And now the 5 horse is my third choice. Tactical speed. Norm Casey, great new upcoming trainer, 29% first after the claim. Tyler's aboard. And talking about Tyler, hey, Tyler and Luis Saez are tied for the top jockey at this meet. Both have 18 wins. So today should be a really interesting day between those two. And then we have my final horse, the 2. My price horse drops in class today. Tactical speed. The trainer gets 14% with shippers.
All right. Looks like you're in my computer again.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to start out with the 3 also. She comes in from Gulfstream after finishing 8th on the turret, but she returns to the dirt where she won her last race. So appears maybe she likes dirt a little better. Drops in class today. As a trainer, wins 31% of the races in the first time he enters a horse in a claiming race. Number 6 is my second pick. She has won 2 out of the last 3 races, including the last race, and she has the best dirt speed of any of the starters today. Number 5 is my third pick. She has a high percentage winning trainer, switches to a high percentage winning jockey, has a win at today's distance, and the 2 is a long shot. She needs some money. She drops in class today. I'm going to play a 50-cent trifecta. I'm going to use the 3-6 with the 2-3-5-6 with the 2-3-5-6. Okay.
All right.
Punch all these buttons that I'm trying to get to here, and go ahead and go to the second race.
All right. So the second race, we have a 5.5 furlongs turf for maidens. 2-year-old fillies. Purse is $80,000. So I don't even have to probably go over all these horses, be honest with you, because I think we know there's a Wesley Ward. He always puts something in a 2-year-old race. So we probably won't have much to go off of on that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's not too much there. So
yeah,
I'll go ahead and get where I'm supposed to be. Clicking all these buttons it's a pretty hard thing to do. So anyway, all right. Well, I'll start off by talking about my horse and horses in this race. I like the 1 as my first pick. She's a first-time starter who is well-bred, and her trainer jockey combination the last 14 days of finishing the money 5 out of 6 starts, had 2 wins, 2 seconds, and a third. Number 2, Beyond Oscar, is my next choice. She is a first-time starter whose breeding suggests she'll like the grass and is well-bred. She has a good workout on April 20th. Then number 4, Donate Life. Her breeding suits today's distance, and she has a jockey who in the last 7 days have won 4 out of 16 starts. I like the 5 is my long shot, Liam's Message. Her breeding suits today's sprint distance, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. I'm going to play a 50-cent pick 4 here. I'm going to use the 1-2-4-5-7 with the 4-5 with the 3-4, and I'm going to single up that 3 in that 5th race.
All right. Yeah, for me, it's the 1 horse here. I mean, yeah, Ward, 29% with first-time starters. Rosario's aboard, like you mentioned, very well-bred. It's kind of hard to look past that 1. Then my second choice is the 4. The 4 is bred for speed and turf. So this is what we got here today. So hot jockey, last 7 days, solid works. And then the 5 horse is my third choice. This horse is bred for this type of distance and soil, and solid works. IRAD's aboard. And then I'm going to reach a little bit on the 14. This horse is bred for turf and sprinting. So it drew in. So I think that's pretty interesting, and some solid works, nothing super fast, but very good foundation on this horse. So he could find, or she could find her way into some exotics maybe. So that's my long shot pick.
All right, I'm going to we got some late scratches that I haven't got in here, so I'm going to do that real quick and get that done.
But I am going to have a pick 4 just like you, but I'm going with a smaller ticket because I have a feeling it's going to be chalk in this early pick 4 at least.
Yeah, you could be right about that, although I'm hoping for a price here. That's sort of why I did what I did. So anyway, yeah, there's quite a few scratches that I didn't get here. When they come in late like that and you're trying to do all these things all at one time, makes it a little bit tough.
Yeah.
So anyway, I want to let Mike know. See, who is this? YTE Mike. We're doing Keenland today, Mike. That's the track we're doing. Okay. All right.
Closing day at Keenland.
That's right.
And then
So,
Churchill opens up tomorrow. And then we're 1 week out from the Derby.
yep, you're right. I think we're going to have something going. I think maybe next Thursday or something
Yeah,
like that.
Thursday night we're gonna have a Oaks Derby show that we're just gonna talk about just those two races only, go in depth, and that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, so let's go on with this third race, and looks
Okay.
like to me. Go ahead.
All right. It's a mile and 16th for maiden, claiming 20,000, purse 43,000. This is for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. And we got on the simulations board here. The 4 has the best chance of getting the lead at the quarter pole at 45% chance. That 2 might have a little bit of a say, might push him a little bit, push her a little bit at 28%. When it comes to simulation odds, we have that 4 again, just under even money, and we got a 3-1 morning line, and then I think that's it when it comes to simulation odds. Yes, that's it.
All right. Well, let me go back here and see what we look here. We talk about the 2 horse. Looks like she's going to be out there in front of everybody. And then you can see there's a bunch of closers. Let's take a look at the EP stats, and we've got the 2 as it shows there, going to be out there. But it's not really got a lot of points ahead. They're all pretty evenly, as you see.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So now we'll go to the LP stats, and here the 4 takes over, or the 2 drops back to about third, and there's that 9 up there. And then the last thing we have here is the EP/LP, and you'll see that the 4 has the advantage again with the 2 running second, and then the 5. So we'll go back to here, and you want to go ahead and talk about your horses?
Sure. Here in the third race, I've taken that 4. I think she's gonna go out there and either A, she'll go wire to wire, or B, she will sit second behind that 2 horse and probably take over. So the 4 horse ran third last time out. She drops in class. This is her second start after a layoff. So that's why I chose her first. The second choice is the 5. The 5 has that tactical speed, so I think she'll be sitting right around second, third, maybe even fourth at the most. And she'll give 1 run. She's well bet last time out. Ward gets 27% with 46 plus days rest. And the 7 is my third choice here. First, you got to toss out the last race. When you do that, she puts her right there with these horses. Trainer gets 26% with first time claim and gets 24% when he rests them 90 plus days. And plus, you know what? On top of that, this horse gets IRAD. So it makes her pretty doggone dangerous. And then the 2 is my final choice here. This horse ran third last time out. Definitely has the speed to either A, take it or push it along. Trainer gets 20% when it goes from all weather tracks to the dirt.
All right. Looks like you like that 4 quite a bit, as your wagers show.
Yeah, I put 20 to win on the 4, and then I'm doing a $10 ice cold 4-5 exacto.
All right. I like the 4 as well. Viewer's discretion. She finished third versus Tougher in her last race. Drops in class today and has the highest last speed rating. Number 5, DDB. She was heavily bet in her debut, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. Number 2, Impeccable Taste. She finished in the money in her last 2 races, has a trainer who wins 20% of the races when going from an all-weather service to the dirt. She's my third pick, and then my long shot is the 8. She finished third in her last race, has a trainer who wins 50% of the races when taking a horse up 2 classes. That's pretty amazing. So anyway, no
That's
bet for
very
me.
hard to do, by the way.
It is, yeah. So no bet for me, as I'm going to go to keep my money until the very next time that we have a race going. So, all right. So let me get back here to where I'm supposed to be and click on the 4, and we'll start with that 4th race.
All right. Okay, the 4th race. This mile and 16th, $50,000 claiming, non-winners of 2 lifetime, first 55,000 for 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won 2 races. Our simulation board here looks like the 3, it has a 49%, basically a 50% chance of getting that lead at the quarter pole, especially with that 7 being scratched out of this race. The 7 was going to really push it probably. But so now I think the 3 is going to be a little dangerous up there. When it comes to simulation odds, we have slightly the 1, slightly over 3-1, and you got 4.5-1 morning line. That's it when it comes to simulation odds. But all those odds are going to really change now, especially with the 2 favorites being scratched out of this race.
That's right. And if we look at our horse racing sheet, the 3 looks like it's got lots of speed and could go out there and just lead all the way. And then the closers are all the 1, 4, 5, and 6. If you look at the EP, of course, the 3 is on top and has a pretty good lead over all of the horses but the 6. Then in the LP, you got the 1 on top with the 5, 4, and the 3. And then in the last part, which is the EP over LP, it's the 1 and the 3. So if the 3 can get out there, he might just go all the way. You just never know. So.
Yeah, he might. And that's, I actually agree with that. The horse, that's the one that's a little scary. I did end up with the 1 on top, but if you look at my bet, I did an exacta box. So I don't trust the 1 100% to win. But the 1 is my top choice because I think he's got the speed and the closing, so he could sit and try to take advantage if the 3 gets tired. When he won his last time out, Rail gets 23%. Well bet last time. Steve Ashmanson gets 24% when he goes from all weather to dirt. The 3, as we just finished talking, is my second choice. Has the speed like we just finished saying. He's back on dirt. And, the trainer gets 19% first in claiming type of races. So that's a pretty good percentage. And then the 2 horse is my third choice. Drops in class today. Got tactical speed, but more on the closing side of that. The trainer gets 17% when he rests them up for 46 plus days. And then that 6 horse is my final choice. My price horse of the race drops in class, second start after a layoff. The trainer gets 20% at that angle for that angle. And another angle I really like is the second time on Lasix.
All right. Well, for me, the 3 is my top pick. I just think that 3 is going to get out there, especially since the 7 was scratched. Can improve while returning to dirt. Has a trainer wins 22% of the starts when taking a horse from turf to dirt. Has a really good workout on April 21st. I like the 4 as my second pick. Switches to a high percentage winning jockey and has a trainer who wins 18% of the races when taking a horse from a sprint to a route. Number 6, Mayfield Strong, my third pick. He has a trainer who wins 19% of the starts in the second race off of a layoff. And of course, the 1 is my first, my long shot. She won her last race at Park Racing. The rail post is winning at a 23% clip, and the trainer wins 24% of the starts when taking a horse from turf to dirt. Again, I'm not going to bet because I'm going to save my money for later on today. So anyway,
Right.
So let me get over here to I think we're on the 5th race, right?
Yeah, we could probably get this 5th race in, and then we got race number 1 going off in 3 minutes.
All righty. So here we go on the 5th race.
All right, 5th race, the big key race. This race is big time key. Start of the pick 6, mile and an eighth race for 100,000 optional claiming of 100,000, 3 times three times the winner. For 4-year-olds and upwards, which have never won, 18,000 3 times other than maiden claiming starter are restricted. So when it comes to the leaderboard, who's going to have that lead at the quarter pole? It looks like the 4 will have at least a 60% chance of getting that lead at the quarter pole, but the 3 might have a say in that. He's got at least a 35% chance of having that lead at the quarter pole. And let me tell you, I think that 3 could actually even just take the lead and go wire to wire. It's that dangerous. So it really depends how they pop out of the gate, depends how that 3 runs. When it comes to simulation odds, the 3, well, it looks like that's about where it's supposed to be. It's almost 1-5, and you got, that's about where it is for morning line too. 4-5, I think it is there on the morning line. So
That's right.
yeah, and you got 1-5 to 4-5. So it's gonna be not much room there for an overlay for that horse.
All right, and we're also going to take a look at this sheet here. The 3 does have the early speed, as we can see, and we'll go with the EP and see here. Although it shows the 4 on top here with the early speed, but I don't think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think the 3 is going to get out there. So anyway, and then we come up with the LP, and we've got the 5 with the 3 and the 2. The 4 is back behind that, and the last thing here, EP over LP, there's that 3 again, and looks like that 3's, to me, that I think that 3 is a pretty good standout. So anyway, we go back, and you can go ahead and talk about what you like about this horses.
Okay, well, I have the 3 on top. 3 is my top choice. I think this horse could run either way, sit second all the way around, or take the lead. Drops in class today. Todd Pletcher gets 22%, 90 plus days off, and IRAD's aboard. And then the 4 drops in class, has some speed to keep up or even take the lead. Ran even last time. Trainer gets 21% overall. The 6 horse drops in class. Tactical is closer. Trainer gets 23%, 46 plus days off. Luis Saez is aboard. And then finally, the 5, my price horse in this race, one last time out. Leperoux is back on, and there's some solid works. And it looks like they're going into the gate right now about for race 1.
All right. Do you want to wait then to finish up with the talking about the horses?
Yeah. Well, let's just do that. Let's go to race 1. Let's go back. Let's see what we have.
Okay. Here we go. Going to go back here to race 1. There we go. And let me tell you that while we're doing that, if you like what you see here, you can go to YouTube and subscribe. We'd like to get to 10,000 subscribers this year. And also hit the little bell to be notified. Give us a thumbs up and a like. Go to our social sites, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Give us thumbs ups and likes at Horse Race, the number 2 day. Let your friends, relatives, everybody you know about it so they can come and see if they can enjoy this channel too.
All right, they're out there running. The 6 has got the lead by at least a length. You got the 4 and the 5 sitting second. Actually, the 4 just now started dropping back a little bit. So you got the 5 sitting second, the 4 sitting third, and then the 3, 2, and then the 1. The 6 is really starting to pull away. Easy 4 lengths, maybe 4.5 lengths, and actually keeps on pulling away. They did 46 and change at the half-mile point. So she's got at least a 4-length lead. The 5 is still in chase. Here comes the 4. The 4 is trying to make a move, possibly with that 2. But, man, they're so far behind that 6. It's just, is the 6 going to hang on is the question now. 6 now lead is down to 2.5 lengths. They're coming at her. The 4 is on the rail. The 5 is on the outside of the 4, and they're trying to get at her. Now, the 4 is going to take the rail down the stretch, and it looks like they're going to catch that 6. Yep, 4 just passed the 6. And it looks like we have the 3 coming on the outside with the 1, it looks like, on the inside. So the 4 is most likely your winner here. It's gonna be tight. 4-1-3-6.
All right. Well, sounds like we kind of missed that there because neither of us had the 4 or the 1.
Yeah,
I figured it was a pretty wide open race. So, and you
yeah,
can, I'm just seeing my TV's behind you, but it looks like to me like they're all right there. It's down that stretch. Here comes that 3 and that 1.
right.
Like you said, the 4 hangs on. So anyway, pretty exciting race. Too bad I didn't get my trifecta, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So
Yeah,
anyway,
that's why. I mean, I didn't place a bet in there for a reason because I thought it was very tough.
yeah, it is. So all right. So back in the 5th race, you want to talk about about your horses there?
Yeah, well, I already covered my horses, so my bets are I got the 3 to win for $20. I'm doing a nice cold exacta, the 3 on top of the 4 for 10, and then I'm starting that pick 6. This is a $72 ticket, pick 6. I'm doing my top 2 picks in this race. My top 3 picks in the second leg, my top 3 picks in the third leg. I'm going my top 2 picks in the fourth leg. Then I got a single in that fifth leg, which would be the ninth race today. And then the 10th race, I'm taking my top 2 picks. So it's going to be if all the favorites come in, which it possibly could for the pick 6. I mean, I still think the pick 6 could pay close to $1,000 or $800 at least if all the favorites come in, because there's a couple of races that the favorites are not like a big huge favorite like a 1 to 5 or anything like that.
All right. Well, I'm going to talk about my bets now in this 5th race. I like the 3, We the People. Drops in class today, has the highest last race speed rating. Best dirt speed as fast as among today's starters. Has a good workout on April 21st. Number 2, Business Model is my second choice. Has finished in the money in both of his starts at Parks Racing. Winning one of those races, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Number 4, Hero Status. He drops in class today and has a high percentage winning jockey. And then I like number 5 as my long shot, Britain's Kitten. He has won 3 out of his last 5 races, and the distance will not be a problem. I'm going to bet $10 to win on the 3, and then I'm going to play a pick 6. I'm going to single the 3, spread in the 6th race with the 3, 6, 8, 9, and 12. Spread a little bit in the 7th with the 3, 5, 6, 9. I'm going to single in the 8th with the 4 and single in the 9th with the 1. And then I'm going to spread out again in the last race with the 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. And I, of course, don't always like to single that many horses in a pick 6, but I'm used to playing 20-cent pick 6s, and this is a dollar pick 6. We only have a budget of $100, and so that's why I did what I did. I do think that it's a good chance those singles can win, though.
Yeah, I think those singles are definitely the top choices. The ones that you singled out, I think those are probably the most likely 3 winners of that pick 6.
All right. Well, let's move on to the 6th race and take a look at what we've got here.
Okay, we got a mile and 3/16 on the turf for maidens. Purse $100,000 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. And when we go to the simulation board here, looks like the main speed was all scratched. So it kind of leaves the 8 at 15%. And you know what's, with that being said, the main speed scratch, it's going to distribute it out more. So going from 15% to my guess would be at least 35% chance of having that lead at the quarter pole. And then when it comes to simulation odds, what do we have here? Do we have anything? Not really. Nothing on
No.
simulation odds.
Well, the 8
Oh, the
maybe.
8. The 8 is
Yeah.
slightly under even money, and you got 2.5 to 1 on the morning line. I do believe that's the horse that's going to be out there winging it.
All right. Well, let's look at this sheet here. The does show the 6 out there in front, but the 9 might be with that 6. And you've got the closers is the 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and 12, and then the NC horses are the 4 and the 11th, and then let's take a look at the EP and see here. Well, it shows that the 8 and the 9 is going to be out there. It doesn't really show the 6 there, but let's look at the LP. LP looks like, again, there's this is a pretty wide open race according to what it looks like here. So as you can see, the 5 and the 3, the 2 and the 12, and then here's the 6. Now let's look at this last one. Well, there's the 12 with the 6, and you can see these numbers are all pretty darn even all the way down. So like I said, this is probably a pretty darn wide open race. So
And yeah, that's why I did a trifecta box in this race with my top.
yeah.
I mean, there might be a little bit of a price in there. They might all sit about the odds that the morning line said that they were going to be at. So that's what I think. I took the 8 on top.
Okay.
I think that 8 does have the speed to take the lead. This horse was well bet. They add the blinkers today, so you might even see more speed from this horse today. Walsh gets 14%, 46 plus days rest, and guess who's aboard? Tyler. Tyler's got to try to outdo Luis Saez today, and that makes that horse pretty dangerous. The 12 ran third last time out. Clement gets 30% second try on turf. That's a very big number. Of course, his favorite rider, Rosario, is aboard, and that makes him very dangerous. Also, the 10, the Dam has 2 winners from 5 starters, and one of them was a turf winner. Adds blinkers also today, so you're getting a little bit more focus and maybe a little bit more speed from that horse. Trainer gets 25% first time on turf. Johnny V is aboard. And then finally, the 9, for me, my price horse, ran third last time out. Trainer gets 11%, 46 plus days rest, which makes him a fresh horse, solid works. And let me tell you, everybody out there, I mean, 46 days is not that big of a deal for rest as long as they have decent spread out works. That's really good for a horse sometimes.
That's right. All right. And I see you got, like you said, a try box of the 8, 9, 10, and 12. So,
yeah. So
all
I'm just
right.
going for it.
Well, I like in this race the 8 also. She ran second versus similar in her last race as the favorite, but the trainer wins 19% of the time when bringing a beaten favorite back to race again. Her best turf speed is fastest among today's starters. The 12 is my second pick, as it is yours. Finished third versus similar in her only start and has a trainer wins 30% of the races. In the second grass race, he has a horse in, as you referred to. And then the 9 is my third pick, Pure Country. She finished in the money in her last 2 starts, finishing third versus similar in her last race. I like the 6 as my long shot, finished third versus similar in her last race, and has a trainer win 17% of the races in routes. And then I'm spending half my budget for a pick 5. And I'm doing that because I feel like the 8th and the 9th might just be 2 good singles that I wanted to spread out in the rest of the races and start out with a 6, 8, 9, and 12. In the 7th, I'm going to go 2, 3, 5, 6, 9. And I'm going to single the 4, then single the 1 in the 9th. And then I'm going to go 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11 in the last race. And I'm hoping to get some couple of price horses in there to make this a pretty good pick 5. So we'll just have to wait and see about that. So anyway, let's go on to the next race, the 7th race, and click that, get that there. Go up here and click this, and here we go. We can go with the 7th.
All right, 7th race. Another maiden race, 7 furlongs, purse $100,000 for just 3-year-olds. Going about seven furlongs. Then the simulation board here, we have, it looks like, well, it's between the 2 and the 3. The 2's got a 27% chance of having that lead. The 3 has a 21% chance of having that lead at the quarter pole. And, in my opinion, I think the 2 might be the one that might get it, but who knows right there. And there's a couple other horses that might push them along a little bit. Simulation odds, we have the first one up is the 2. is just slightly over 3-1, and the morning line is 6-1 on that horse. And then the 3 is even money and slightly over 2.5-1 is morning line. So that's not a bad overlay either. And that is it when it comes to simulation odds and overlays.
All right. Well, let's take a look at this other uh, sheet that we have here that Rich has put together. He does a really good job at putting these sheets together and giving us some information. And a lot of this has really helped me in my handicapping, so I use it quite a bit. As you can see, the pressure horses would be the 2 and the 3. I guess they can decide to go out front. I mean, the 2 and the 9. Then you have closers of the 3, 5, 6, and 7, with the 1 and 11 as the NC horses. And I'm not sure. Do you know what the first is? Is that the first at the quarter pole?
What's that? Excuse me.
That
That's first
column.
timers. They're first timers.
Oh, those are first timers. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't quite remember.
And NC is never close.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here we go here, and it looks like that 2, according to the early speed, is going to be out there along with the 3. And then we go with the LP. We've got the 5 and the 6, and the 3 can be right behind them, so that could help that horse. And then at the end there, it looks like that 3's wanting to win this race. So, although they're all pretty close, as you see that, I feel like this is a really wide open race. And so I went ahead and sorry, got a little choked there. I went ahead and gonna talk about my horses first. All right.
Okay.
All right. So the excuse me. So the 7th race, the 3, I like Castle Warden as the lead. Going to go out there and on the front, finished 3rd versus similar in his only start, has a high percentage winning trainer. His best start speed is fastest among today's starters, has a good 5 furlong workout on April 23rd. And then the 6 is my second choice, Loyal Company, finished 3rd in his only start, switches to high percentage winning jockey, and has a 5 furlong workout, which is on April 21st. Bad Boy Frank is my 3rd pick, number 5. Finished 3rd versus similar in only start and has a high percentage winning trainer. The 9 is my long shot. He's finished 2nd in both of his career races and may do well by returning to a sprint. And I'm going to play a 50-cent pick 4. I really think this is a wide open race. So I'm going to go 2, 3, 5, 6, 9. I'm going to key the 4 in the 8th again and key the 1 in the 9th. And then I'm going to spread out in that last race to the 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11.
So the 8th and 9th is your key to the whole day almost. Well, I mean, those are very good bets. So
yeah,
in this race, I'm going with the 2 on top. I kind of agree with you. It's kind of a little bit of wide open. Although I'm not going to say wide open that every horse here has a shot, but I think there's easy 6 horses that could win this race. Easy, if not 7. But in this race, I like the 2. I'm going with the 2. This horse cuts back. Trainer gets when he goes from route to sprint, gets 21%. So that's a good little angle. Well bet last time out. And then Luis Saez is aboard this horse. So he's got to keep Tyler in check, remember, throughout this day. So we'll see how that still turns out. Number 3 is my second choice here. This horse ran 2nd last time out. You got a hot jockey trainer in the last 14 days with this horse. Cox gets 27% second start race. So makes this horse very dangerous in the spot, especially. The 6 horse ran 3rd last time out. Hot jockey trainer combo last 14 days. Also, the trainer gets 14% with 46 plus days off. And guess who's aboard? Tyler. So we're going to see some battling here today. And my final pick in this race is the 4, my price horse. The Dam has 1 winner from 2 starters. This horse is bred for speed and distance. And so you got some solid works here. So I agree with you. I think this is going to be a very interesting race to watch and see. And that's why I took the trifecta box, my top 4 picks.
All right. So let's move on to this Next race, the 8th race. Let me get the things up there like I'm supposed to. And here we go. You can go ahead and start talking about those.
Okay, the 8th race, a mile and a half turf, Bewitched graded 3 race for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upward. This is a very interesting race. In this race, the 5 has the best chance of taking the lead at 60%. Of course, the 3 has this little bit of a say in there at 23%. But I'm not going to say don't count out the 1 or possibly even the 4 here. So they all have some really good tactical speed overall, but probably the 5 will take the lead. The simulation odds, there's really no overlay here in this at all. So that's about it. I think they got the morning lines right about where they should be.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the sheet here. Looks like nobody wants to go to the lead. Looks like they all want to try to close. If you look at the EP here, let's see who's on top on that EP. Let's see. It looks like the 5, the horse you like, with the War Goddess being second. And then on the LP, we've got the 4 over the 2 and the 5. And then at the end here, we have the 4 again over the 2 and the 5. But as you can see by the numbers, there's nothing really far out there. So anyway, let me get back here to where I'm supposed to be, and go ahead and you can talk about your horses and see what you
Okay,
think.
well, let's first state the fact here. The 4 is the horse to beat, 100%. All the class in the world. But I'm going to lean towards the 5 today, and there's only one reason why. There is no other speed in this race, really, overall that is dominant speed. And the 5 has shown this in the past a couple of times that she could go to the lead. So I think that makes her dangerous, and it might not be just for the 4, to do anything, but the 4 is the class. The 5 ran second last time out, hot trainer, last 14 days. You got Irad aboard. The 4, let's talk about her. Ran third last time out. She has nothing but class, 100%. Mott gets 21% and 90 plus days of rest. You got Rosario aboard. And then the 2 horses, my third choice here, tactical speed, more or less on the closing side of it. The trainer gets 14% at 46 plus days off. And then finally, the 3 is my price horse. This one's definitely only a closer. Walsh gets 14%, 46 plus days off. Tyler's aboard her, but I think it's a 2-horse race personally. The 4 and the 5 is if the 5 gets a little tired, the 4's got her. If she doesn't get tired, I'm sorry, but the 4 will get beat there.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's a 2-horse race too. I like the War of Goddess. She's won 9 out of 13 races during her career, so she loves to win. She likes the distance, winning 5 out of 6 starts at this distance, and her best start speed is fastest among today's starters. Then that 5 personal best, the one I think will go to the lead, has finished in the money in 9 out of 10 starts during her career. She's won 3 of those races, and she's has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I like the 2 Temple City Terror. She has won 2 out of her last 3 races and has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. The 3 is my long shot ensemble. She has finished third in her only start at Keenland and switches to high percentage winning jockey. I'm going to bet a $10 win ticket on the 4, and then I'm going to take a $1.50 double with the 4 and the 1 because I'm out of money, and I'm hoping that this 4 wins, because if it doesn't, then it knocks out most of my bets today. So
yeah, but I mean, like we said, I mean, you're relying on probably the horse in the race that has all the class, really.
yeah.
So
All right. Well, let's move on to the 9th race and see what we can do there. Move this here. And
all right. The 9th race, we have a 7 furlong contest for allowance of 110,000 non-winners to lifetime. That's the purse, 110,000. This is for 4-year-olds and upwards, which have never won 2 races. So it's like a small stakes for horses that never won 2 races. Uh, the simulation board here. It looks like the 7 has the best chance of having that lead at the quarter pole at 28%. But boy, don't turn your head on that 1 or the 2. The 1 and the 2 both have 20% chance of getting that lead at the quarter pole. So those 3 horses, who's going to get the lead is the main question. Um, when it comes to simulation odds, you got probably, well, the 1 is just a slight overlay, but we're talking very little. And then the 2 is going slightly over 2-1, and the morning line is 6-1. And that is it when it comes to simulation odds.
All right. So let's take a look at the other program that Rich has put together. You see here that the 1, 2, and 5 are the pressure horses, and then you got closers of the 4, 6, and 7. As far as the EP goes, the 1 seems to be on top. But as you can see, as the numbers, they're all pretty darn close. The LP is got the 1 on top still, which looks good for me. And then the EP again has the 1 on top. And look at that, has a 7-point advantage over the 6 and a lot bigger advantage over the 2. So again, this is a race that I'm hoping that that I'm going to be able to key in. So if you want to go ahead and talk about your horses.
Okay. Yeah, let's face the facts. I have the 1 here for one reason. I do think that this horse either A will have the lead and go wire to wire, or B sits second or third and take over when it needs to take over. I think it's going to be B. I think the horse will sit second or so and take over when it has to. This horse won last time out. Mott gets 19%, 46 plus days rest. IRAD's aboard. So I think that makes this horse extremely dangerous, and I just see that horse winning this race. The 6 is my second choice. Ran second last 2 times. The trainer gets 20% when he takes the horse from an all-weather track to a dirt track. This horse will be definitely closing at the end. And then the 2 horse is my third choice here. Tactical speed, sort of like the 1. I think this horse will be trying to mock the 1, whatever the 1 does. And the trainer gets 17%, 90 plus days of rest. Solid works on this horse. Got Johnny V aboard. And then finally, the 4 is my final choice in this race. Ran second last time out. Ward gets 26%, 90 plus days of rest. Of course, Rosario's aboard. So, but I still think overall the 1 might be in the best position in this race.
Yeah, I agree with that. The 1, A La Carte, has won his last race and has a high percentage winning trainer. My first pick. My second pick is the 6, Burden Heist. He has finished in the money in his last 3 races, winning one of those races at Turfway Park. And he has the best dirt speed among today's starters, has a good 5 furlong workout on April 21st. Number 4 is my third pick, Overbore. He ran second versus similar in his last race, has the highest last race speed rating, and a trainer jockey combination who in the last 14 days has a record of 5 in the monies out of 6 starts. And then I like the 2 as my long shot, Debate. He ran 5th in his last race, but he was only beaten 2 lengths in that start, and he could improve with returning to a sprint. I have no more money left. If I did, I'd be betting the 1 to win. So, there we go. Yeah. All right.
All my money's in, like you, and pick 6s and stuff there at the end. So, but the 1, if the look at the odds. I mean, really, it's going to be like a 4 to 5 or less.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, all right, let's move on to that last and final race, the 10th race. If I can get down here and get this where I'm supposed to be. Here we go.
All right, 10th race. We have a mile on turf $110,000 purse for non-winners of one. So it's got two small little stakes to finish out the day. It seems like, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. The 3-year-olds, which have never won a race other than maiden, claiming, or starter, which have never won 2 races. So the leaderboard here at the quarter pole looks like it's going to be the 4. The 4 has the 4 has a 34% chance of having the lead at the quarter pole. But look at that 11 and that 12. They both have a little bit of a say in this. I personally think the 11's really dangerous at 27% chance of getting that lead at the quarter pole, especially on a mile and being on the outside. It's either you got to gun it or drop back, because it's going to be tight. And then when on the simulation odds, we got that 2, slightly over 4-1, and the morning line is 10-1. That's a good overlay there. The 3, slightly over even money, 2-1 morning line, not a bad overlay. And the 19 19-1, and we got 20-1 morning line, not bad. So, and the 13, 11-1, 20-1 on the morning line. So got a lot of overlays there in that last race here.
Sure does. We sure do. And let's look at this sheet here. This is the sheet that, of course, I've talked about. Rich put together, and the C zones continue to surprise us. The number 4 in that first race was the top early speed, and it had fair odds and was tied with the top C zone. And that it was a lot of good information that kind of could have pointed us towards that horse. But you can see here we've got the early speed is the 1, 4, and 6, and then you've got the 9, 11, 12, and 13 as the pressures. You got the 3 as a pressure closer, and then closers of the 2, 5, 7, and 10. Let's take a look at the EP, see what that looks like. Well, we got the 4 on top with the 12 and the 10. And then, as you can see with the numbers, though, they're all pretty consistent and right close to each other. Then you've got the 3 on top here, Turf King, with the 94, which is a 8-point lead over the next closest, which is the 2. And then as far as the EPLP, there you go with that 2, Midnight Rising, 174, and you got the 11 that you referred to and the 3. So there we go. Let's go back here, and we can go ahead and talk about your horses and how you see this race going from here.
Okay, we got basically 2 minutes before post at the second race. All right. In this race, I like the 7 on top. This horse ran 3rd last time out. This is second start after a layoff. Adds Lasix today. Luis Saez is aboard. So that's my first choice. The 3 is my second choice here. 1 last time out. It's got some of that tactical speed that I think he could sit there close to it. Bred for this. Brown gets 24% of 46-plus days off. And guess who's aboard? Tyler. Is it going to be down to Tyler and Luis Saez battling that in the last race, maybe for the jockey title? And then the 5 is my third choice. 1 last time out. Bred for the turf. Rosario's aboard. And then I'm going to go with that 11 out there winging it. I think that horse is going to be out in front personally. Has the speed to do it. 1 last time out. Second start after a layoff. Ward gets 32% with that angle. Second start with Lasix, which is another great angle to look at.
All right. Well, I'm going to start out with that 3, Turf King. He won his debut race and moves to the turf to see if he is a Turf King. But his breeding does suggest he will like the grass, as the Dams had 1 turf winner already, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I like the 11 that you're referring to as my second choice, Wyco or Winco or Weco. He won his last race at Turfway Park, has the highest last speed rating and a high percentage winning trainer. I like the 7 as my third pick, finished 3rd versus similar in his last race, has a high percentage winning jockey, and Lasix is being added this race. My long shot's the 5, more than looks, He won his last race at Gulfstream Park, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. And I'm out of money. I want to mention that my best bet of the day is the 4, that classy horse, Warlike Goddess. So anyway, getting back to what we're talking about here, if you like what you've seen here today, go to YouTube and subscribe and hit the little bell. That'll let you know when any of our shows are coming up. And then give us a likes and a thumbs up. Also, if you go to our social sites such as Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and go to the horse race, the number 2 day, and give us a like, thumbs up, whatever. Let your family, your friends, everybody you know about us. And tomorrow, today, you can go to the guaranteed tip sheets, which is listed down at the bottom of this sheet, the link for that. And their free sheet today is the Tampa Bay Downs track. And then if you like to play baseball, football, that kind of gambling, then you can go to the professional and make bets on sports bets. He's been doing pretty well, I understand. On Monday, Sean and Julie will be at Horse Center at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and they'll have a guest, Ed Meyer. He's the Belterra race announcer. He's also a handicapper who's been, I think, 4 times in the Las Vegas tournament. And on tomorrow, it'll be Rich, Charles, and probably me will be back for whichever pick 4, 5, or 6 is one of the largest carryovers. And the show should be somewhere around 9:30 to 10 a.m. Okay, did you have anything else to
All right, we got the second race. The last horse is loaded up right now, so the second
All
race.
right.
This is our start of our first pick 4.
Okay,
and then
well,
they broke. They're out. Let me see. They're really, boy, everybody's flying, but you know who's going up to the front? The 1. The 1 is going up to the front, and it looks like the 10's out there with him. It's a really big pack out there, so I can't tell who's all up there with him. I just know those 2 for sure. The 1's now taking the lead by at least 3/4 of a length. They're coming around the turn here, and whoever's there on the outside, I cannot tell. I wish they'd throw up some numbers or something for me. I can't tell, to be honest with you. But the 1 is out in front.
all right.
And the 1 just darted in. See, that shows the greenness of the horses.
Yeah.
1 is trying to hang on. The 4, the 14 is right there. The 9 is right there. The 14, 4, 1, 1, 14, 14. The 14 won it.
Wow.
The 14, it was 14, 1, 4. I'm going to call it that way, and 9.
Boy,
And you know who that was? You know who that was riding in the 14?
Who is that?
That is, that was Decon Cannon. Is that right? Yeah, Decon Cannon was right. You know, he's brought in a couple of long shots throughout this whole meet. He's done a couple of long shots on that.
It was close, though. It was close between those 3 horses.
Very.
It does knock us both out of our pick 4s, but we still got some time to go here.
No, that 1, yeah, I think the 14 put the nose down in front of that 1. The 1, you could tell just all of a sudden got scared or something. It just, darted to inside.
Yeah, I can.
Other than that, he was doing
there
fine.
we go.
Oh, yeah,
I give that jockey a lot of credit for keeping it from going into the rail. So
yeah,
I think he did a really good job.
But if you watch the whole race, the 1 did really well all the way, and just all of a sudden just decided something else is going to go happen here. So,
Ooh, he got a good head bob. That 1 did. Well,
yeah,
you're probably right though. But you should put
14,
that 1 on your.
It was 14, 1, 4, 9.
Yeah, you should put that on your horses to watch that 1 because he gets a little more experience. He should do pretty well.
I would have had the try there. And those are big prices there.
Yeah. Well, you like the 14 then, right?
Yeah, I had it as my.
Yeah, look at there. Yeah, that.
I had that as my long shot pick.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. So, anyway, all right. Well, let me put up here our picks for the day. Here's my total picks, and Charles. If you see Charles is on the left, I'm usually on the left, but today I'm in Rich's position. And so you can take a look at that and see
Yeah,
that.
because you know what, Terry, Rich was too scared to go head to head with me in a handicapping here. So
Yeah.
thanks for stepping in and keeping me on my toes.
Uh-oh.
I
Well,
had to
I don't
say
know.
it.
Yeah. I know yesterday we did pretty, or not yesterday, on Monday of this week or Tuesday of this week, I had a nice pick 5. And I think you got a pick 4
I
on
had a
one of
pick
these.
4 yesterday. I had
Yeah.
a pick 4 on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the last yesterday didn't pay too much, but hey, you have them. But I didn't bet too much either on the pick 4 either.
That's right. Yeah, I think mine paid over 100. My pick 5, and I think
Yeah.
I bet like $18 or something. So that's pretty nice. So anyway, so here we go. Here, oops. How do you make that smaller? There
There
we
you
go.
go.
All right, I'm learning here, folks.
I mean, I'm good looking, but geez, come on.
Yeah, I can understand that. So anyway, well, did you have anything else you wanted to say here, Rich? Or I mean, Rich Charles. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm better looking than Rich. Thanks.
Yeah, that's.
No, I mean, basically, everyone should start getting ready for that Derby. Check out workouts. That's what I do all the time, and everything. Our show is going to be on Thursday night for the Oaks and Derby. Tune in and check us out. See if you like it, and that's about it. Everyone, be safe out there.
All right, and we actually going to do, I think, a show next Thursday on the Derby and Kentucky Oaks. So everybody should take a look for that and watch out for that. If you click onto YouTube and put that little bell, you'll get notified about all of these different things. So anyway, so if you've got nothing else to add, then I'm going to say we hope that everything that happens today, everything you do, and all of the things in your lives end up in the
winner's circle.
All right. See you later.